Hello and welcome to Advice of the Week. Today's video is going to show you how an old injury can still be affecting your body today. So I'm going to talk you through an exercise so that you can feel in your body how an old injury could be affecting your movement today. And then I'm going to give you a simplified version of why this could be happening and the effect that an old injury has on your brain and your body. So for this exercise, you're going to work on a movement that you're currently working on. It can be a strength movement or a balance movement or just a mobility movement. Let's say you're working on your neck mobility and you're working on the rotation portion. So right now, you would just check your rotation. You can warm up a little bit. Just check it side to side. And just see how it feels. Is that the quality of movement that you are looking for? Do you feel you're stuck in one direction or the other direction, or maybe you have a little bit of pain on one side? So just think about the quality of the movement and how you would like it to improve. And the next thing we're going to do is think about an old injury. So you could have had a sprain or a strain, a broken bone, or maybe you have an old scar somewhere. So what you're going to do is either put your hand on that area, or if you can't put your hand on it, you can just bring awareness to this area in your mind. So just think about it in your mind. So let's say you broke your wrist. You would either put your hand on your wrist, or you would just bring awareness to your wrist in your mind. Now, either holding the wrist or with the awareness in your mind, you're going to recheck the movement we've started with. So let's say it's rotation. You would rotate your neck again and see, is there any improvement in this? And a lot of times there is. And this is very exciting because it means that in order to get this area that you're currently working on better, you now have a new area that you can focus on to improve the area that you're currently working on. I'll explain this a little bit more in the next section. So what could be an explanation as to why just bringing awareness to an old injury could have a positive impact on your movement today? And what I want you to remember is that your brain controls your movement. So what your brain is doing is taking in input from the outside world and also from your inside world. So some external factors could be what you hear or see or smell, things like that. And some internal factors could be what you feel, what your heart rate is, what your blood pressure is. And so your brain is integrating these things. And when you want to create an output, it takes all of these factors into consideration, and then you have your output, which could be walking, talking, or just turning your head, any kind of movement. Anything you do really is an output. So think of your brain like a GPS system. You have your GPS, you type in your address, the destination you want to get to, and the GPS starts calculating where you are, right? And so then it calculates, based on the information it has, how to get you to your destination. So it has all these maps, right, of where you are. Let's say one of the maps is blurry because one of the roads are closed, or 3 of the roads are closed, or whatever. So now either the GPS is saying, I'm sorry, I can't get you to your destination, or you have to take this really weird, strange way to get there. This is kind of a similar thing that happens when you have an injury. So let's say you broke your wrist and you have to let it rest for a little while before you can move it properly again. So the map of your wrist gets a little bit blurry in your brain because your brain doesn't feel comfortable moving it for safety reasons, right? But one of the issues that can happen is that you never put this wrist road back online, and so now all of the safety precautions or some of the safety precautions your brain was taking because of this blurry map, it's still currently taking. And until you bring an awareness to this wrist, road, or whatever, and you say, hey, I want this road back online, please. Please clear up this map. We don't have to take a strange way to get there anymore. So that's how, in a simplified way, working on an old injury can affect the rest of your body today.